Okay, so this is how we are going to see the results after running a test and running a report in TestLodge. So the overview, we've come to our project which we created earlier on. Then we come to our test runs. I had previously created some test runs. So we come to our test runs. As you can see, a number of them have been completed. There's one I left incomplete for this specific purpose. So we click on it, wait for it to respond. Once it responds, we say run or test. We are doing this whilst we are reading the instructions and doing the same in SmartCare. And then after reading the instructions from the description, the test, and what we expect to see as the results, we can pass or fail it. So we are going to pass this test. We are going to pass the next test and maybe skip this one depending on the circumstance. Let's say okay, for this test we are saying no, site crashed, unable. What's happening? Unable to proceed with test. Then we can say skip. This will be recorded. So we can pass, fail. So we can say maybe this one failed. Couldn't see or find emergency contact card. And then we fail it. We fail the test. Okay, my computer is taking time to respond, so we fail the test. Then we can even choose to add screenshots of test by clicking on add file. Then we can, but I will not demonstrate that. So we'll do that. We'll fail the rest and maybe pass this one. We are doing this whilst we are monitoring what is happening in SmartCare and carrying out these steps. And maybe we'll say we skipped the last one. Okay. After this, we can see test summary just for this particular test, which shows us there's no test we haven't run. 6 were passed, 4 failed, 3 were skipped. We can choose to see, as you can see, we can even see who was assigned to do this test, but that person did not do them. This account actually did it. We can come to the individual cases. Okay, the individual cases will show who last carried out the test and the date. We could even view the details for the test. So we are able to view the details here, and then as you can see, um, this shows how many times this test has been done and which testers have done it, whether it was skipped, whether it was failed. We're able to see all those results. We are able to even click on the links, but I won't do that here. So that is for an individual test. Now to get an overall result, for an overall result, we can still click test runs, wait for the screen to respond. When we click test runs, we can go to the bottom or we can come to here. We actually come to reports and charts. Reports and charts will allow us to see in total how many tests have been carried out, how many passed, how many failed, how many were skipped. So we can come to test run results. So we click on view report, and then when we click on view report, we're able to either manually select the test or just put the start date and end date for the report. As we can see, it shows that the completion rate is 100%. As you can see, it shows which tests have not been run, which have passed, which have failed, and how many were skipped. So we can go on each of these tabs to investigate and find out who last carried out the test, and um and based on the tab be able to tell these tests are the ones that were passed and who carried them out. Then we'll see the ones that were failed, and we're able to see on an individual basis what those are. As you can see, the dashboard still remains. We can click on generate report to generate a better view. And as you can see, it tells us how many tests were done in total, how many of them were completed. It tells us how many have failed, how many have passed, and we can click on each of these tabs to see each test individually and view the details of each test. So we have um, that, and we also have skipped tests, and we're able to see who last skipped a test, which tests were skipped, and who last saved them. All of these are here, and as you can see, and it shows us what the actual result was at the bottom. Then, yes, then we move on, and then we can say, okay, these are the reports that we're able to uh, generate. There are many other features that can be carried out, but I think these should be the most important. So, stop